Hello, Facebook, YouTube. Good morning. It's morning. All right, now check this out. I spoke with somebody, I just finna say this quick and I'm finna do the message. And the thing is, it's like people, you speak to certain people, they're like, why are you speaking to me? Yeah. You know how those people that you speak to, they're like looking at you strange. Why are you saying hello and good morning, have a nice day? See, when you see those kind of people are the people, they take so much stuff in, they take so much negativity in, you know what I'm saying? And they get caught up in so much madness that they take so much in, so much negative in, you get something positive out, it's just foreign to them, they don't know how to, give and give, you know what I'm saying? Somebody give you a, hello, how you doing? You give back a hello, how you doing? Yeah? But when you take so much nonsense and take so much junk, you have nothing to really give out, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are like that because of the world system we live in, and unfortunately those people are out there. And don't really look bad upon these people. Don't look at these people bad. Why you don't speak to me? Why you don't? No, it's just that people take so much negative things in them, and y'all know the world we live in, a dirty world. It's so much easier to suck up so much dirt that you can't even give something good back at people. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at them like they're bad, It's just understand that we're in a bad system and there's a lot of dirt to suck up, and then they sucked it up and they can't give nothing out. They can't speak nothing or be a nice person. All right, but that's not really the message, but I should preach on that, on that one day. But anyway, topic of the message I think this is very important because, it's just that people don't know how to find a treasure. I'm finding out y'all don't know how to look. Most people do not know how to look for a treasure. Because y'all think the earth is one. But the topic of this message, it's talking about, I'm finna get I don't know if you're gonna understand the magnitude of this message, but I'm just got to use this, ideal place to help you, hopefully that you will expand your idea of understanding things. And the topic of this message is, I did messages like this on videos. I have videos of this, but I'm gonna talk a different spectrum of this. It's talking about universe, the universe, and it's talking about a dot reality. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the universe and the earth. But I'm gonna talk. I want to talk about the topic of this message is a dot in many. It's called the reality of a dot in many. A dot in many. So you love this earth, you love this earth, and yes, and this earth has, valuable things about it, it has a lot of things, plants and animals, and and it has this system that's created that will produce, a lot of things that you enjoy in this place. You got sports, you got arts, you got all kind of facets in this world system that everybody can find a way to enjoy it. A lot of things and a lot of great activities going on in this place. And it's fun. But the question I want to ask you people that love this earth, and nothing wrong with loving this earth, but nothing wrong with loving the earth, but this world system something's wrong with that. The world system is bad. It's not the earth is bad, but the world system is bad. But this earth, you know, it's not the only earth in the world just because, you know, we see just one earth in where we're at. That doesn't make that this is the only earth that exists in the universe. Because the creator had this brilliant idea. He told me this brilliant idea. And I'm finna make a illustrated message to this, that, you know, there's a father and he has like let me see, we're gonna go with 3 sons. Let's say 3 sons. He has 3 sons, and one name of the son is Billy, Jimmy, and Bobby. Billy, Jimmy, and Bobby. And Billy is like the you know, bad acting son, you know. Jimmy is like the guy that, you know, do both, be a bad person sometimes and be a good person sometimes. But Bobby is like the good person, you know. And, you know, so the father says, you know, hey, Billy, Jimmy, Bobby, y'all can stay in. I'm finna go to the store. You know, I'm gonna let y'all sit in the house for a little while. I gotta pick up some things, and I'm gonna leave you here by yourself to take care of the house. You know, and he's like, okay, Dad, see you later. And Dad's going off to the store, and the father represents God. So of course, Jimmy says, ooh, I got an idea. Why won't we just, you know, mess with this? You know, Billy, you know, Jimmy, I think, is like Dennis the Menace. You know, he's like, let's do this and let's, you know, mess up this. And, you know, of course, no, I got it wrong. Billy's the bad person. Billy's the bad one. Jimmy is the guy that, you know, well, maybe I should play with Billy and, you know, mess up bad things and do bad. And Bobby's like, no, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And Bill's like, nah, come on, Jimmy, come on, let's act a fool. Let's mess up the kitchen. Let's break dishes. Let's do this. Let's, you know, do all kind of mischief, bad things. And Jimmy's like, well, no, I don't want to. I think I shouldn't do that, you know. And then all of a sudden, you know, Jimmy end up, you know, leaning towards Billy way, and Bobby like, uh-oh, y'all finna get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And then they doing all this bad, and all of a sudden father comes home and is like, whoa, what happened to the house? What happened to the house? What is done? What's happening? And then all of a sudden Billy's like, of course, Jimmy, it was Jimmy's idea, you know, and Bobby, you know, was a part of it too, you know, blaming on everybody else and not taking responsibility of his own actions. Billy, I wonder, where did you get that idea from? But, and it's like, father's like, well, you know what, I trusted y'all to be here by yourself in this house and stuff like that to take care of it, you know what I'm saying? And you just messed up my trust, 3 kids. But, sons, I just want to let y'all in for something. I got some cameras all over the house, and I recorded everything that happened and what everybody else did and stuff like that. And I got everybody on tape. Yeah. And I know Billy's like, oh no, he's going to know this and he's going to know that. Oh no. and Jimmy's like, oh snap, he's gonna listen. Says, you know, he know that I, you know, work with Billy and doing all this messy things. And Bobby's like, look, I told you not to do it. I told you not to do that. And all of a sudden, you know, Billy and Jimmy gets in trouble. And the thing is, you know, and that's the end of the story. But the ideal of the story is that's the same thing what God is doing with us. God has did all through the history and periods. You know what I'm saying? That God showed me the pattern of it. He even showed me a pattern in the time of the before the flood. You know, he talks about the Sethians that people don't too much know about. Certain people do know about them, but the Sethians were the descendants of Seth. And the descendants of Seth, you know, that built the pillars of the Lord that they call, you know, the pyramids of Giza. You know, they, you know, was there to try to establish, you know, God's plan. And all of a sudden they end up failing. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden God, you know, called, of course, flooded the earth. And then all of a sudden, you know, through Shem, you know, descendants of Abraham, gave Abraham a shot, you know, through his people, through Jacob, through the children of Israel. And, you know, so you established the Israelites, the Hebrews, and, you know, and then there's the Jewish people, and gave them the shot to do it, and they dropped the ball. So God, you know, get, you know, his son Jesus Christ on the scene. He dies on the cross, and he rose from the dead, and now he gives the power to the church, you know, to his apostles, and establish the church. And then all of a sudden the church gets the baton and they screws it up. And it's like, it's this period pattern in history that people are not aware of, that, you know, that he keeps doing it. But here's the problem of why this is going on. Because the problem of people keep screwing up because they really don't know what's really on the line. They don't know what really God is, the Father is preparing them for. You know what I'm saying? They willing to, on this earth, this dot I'm calling, wants to do all this mischief on this dots. When, you know, Jesus said this message, he said, you be faithful for a few things, a little dot, maybe I might make you ruler over many things. Many, dot, many. You get the message? Yes, but there's many things maybe God, according to what Jesus said, want us to rule over than just this dot. You know, that God has to try and test every individual concerning to what they have to see what they're going to do to it. Just like, of course, the, you know, parable of the talents. You know what I'm saying? He gave you talents to multiply. You know, one took his 5, multiplied it, made 10. One took his, you know, 2, multiplied it, and 1, you know, because he had 1, buried it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of idea. What you're doing with what you have is the trying, the testing of the Father, that he's looking at those to see if they are made for ruling in his kingdom. Is what you need to understand concerning what we do on this earth, that we're playing for something more, way more bigger than this dot. You know what I'm saying? And you're not trying to see it, and because you're so caught up in the dot. And, you know, and you, of course, of the world, you're conforming to the world. The world is your desire. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing that you're being tried and tested for something bigger than what you can imagine. But that's what I'm trying to present to you, this reality, to make you think, you know, a little bit more broader of you making your decision on earth concerning of seeking the things of a temporal earth. You know what I'm saying? That God has something way more bigger and better for you to rule and reign. He said, you know, because you are faithful, and it was a servant, of course, it was a servant, was faithful of a few things and made him rule over many things. But that's the message. I hope you get an understanding of this. To God be the glory, him forever and ever. In Jesus' name, amen.